man. Well, that was crazy. This music is so good. You just have to play the rest when they release the next game. Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. Like, obviously, clearly. Well, man, there's the end. I am stunned. Well, other than that second to last boss fight having the dumbest decision of all time to reset you 25 minutes back if you get stagger locked to death. So, you know. I see people in chat saying, like, classic Nomura making stuff confusing. Didn't Nomura, like, help write the original FF7? Anyways. But anyway. This game is great. It's a fantastic game. Absolutely amazing. I have words. I have a few, small complaints. I read that Nomura did have a hand in the story of OG FF7. He also did stuff like character designs and all, but I have been told that Nomura was not the sole writer, but also a writer, because a lot of people were complaining on Twitter, like, why did they let Nomura write the story? But he, like, had a hand in the OG as well in terms of writing. But yeah, I got a couple problems with the game. That second to last boss, really, really dumb that you have to go through, like, 25 minutes of combat and cutscenes again if you happen to die to Bahamut or near Bahamut. But, you know, it'd be that way. The stunning is really annoying, as I say in every video game I play that has stunning in it. I don't know, like, if this can go on YouTube. I don't know what was not allowed to go on YouTube. I don't know if I was able to put it all on YouTube. I have no idea. But I guess we'll see when I try and upload it and whatnot. But yeah, really, really great game. Definitely like a 9.5 out of 10. 9 out of 10 at the worst. Did they really let all of the... Jesse's the only one who gets a last name, and it's Raspberry. That's hilarious. Did they really let all of the Avalanche people except Jesse live? I'm so upset. Jesse deserved to live. How dare they? Oh, man. Man, oh, man. But yeah, the game is fantastic. Very fun gameplay, very fun different character styles, very fun, like, motorbike scenes and darts minigame and etc. and etc. It's fantastic. I didn't see Wedge's body, so I don't think he's dead. He might be alive. But yeah, game is fantastic. I very much look forward to the part 2 that will come out eventually. But, you know, we'll see what happens when it finally releases. I don't really have much else to say, because, I mean, like, all I can think of to say is that the game is fantastic. I said, like, my 3 gripes, where I literally had, like, 3 things. I was like, I don't like that. And then after that, everything else is just like, yeah, it's fantastic. Zach's last name is Fair? That's not very fair. Anyways, you know, pretty great. Also, if this is on YouTube, I'm just going to go ahead and let people know right now. Free to comment whatever you like. I know there's been a lot of discourse online, as there was always going to be from people who played the original, because the people who played the original will always just be like, it's not the original, and therefore I'm not okay with it. But, like, you can leave whatever comments you want. Don't get upset if I don't respond to many comments on this video, because if people are going to start leaving a bunch of comments that are like, oh, but they should have done this because in the original, and oh, it's like they ruined it because they, like, had Zach show up or whatever. Dude, I don't do YouTube for that kind of discourse. I don't care. You're welcome to leave your, You're welcome to leave your comments, but, I'm not going to be getting into any kind of discourse like that on my YouTube channel. I went quiet because I think there's a cutscene? Oh, no, it's just more credits, but they changed the theme to Aerith's. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I basically said all I have to say. So we're just kind of waiting for the credits to roll and then see if there's any cutscene or anything at the very end of it or whatnot. Zach's last name and Cloud's last name are designed to contrast one another. Oh, Fair and Strife. That's actually really cool. That's sick. Man, this game is just amazing and beautiful. I can only imagine how many people worked on it and how long I'm gonna have to sit through these, Jesse, don't make me cry! How long I'm gonna have to sit through these credits because of just how many people worked on the game. It looks like they're going through basically every chapter, so this is probably gonna be, like, a while. Oh my goodness. Oh, man. I'm so glad they remade this game, because FF7 is such, like, such an incredibly iconic game, and I tried to play the original, but I, like, did not enjoy the gameplay at all, so I was like, nah, dog. So I'm very glad that it's been remade so that I can experience it, even if it is slightly altered, because plenty of people told me, like, it's not exactly the same as the OG. I was like, well, yeah, they took a 6-hour portion of the OG and turned it into a 40-hour game. Of course it's not. What are you talking about? It's going to be hard avoiding spoilers for the rest of the game if you haven't played the original. I highly disagree. I avoided spoilers of the original FF7 for, like, 10 years. I don't think I'm going to have any trouble avoiding spoilers in the slightest. I am, like, very, very good at avoiding spoilers. Like, incredibly good at not getting spoiled. You have no idea. I know exactly how to go around on the internet to not get spoiled. I don't have any plans to play a game called Trials of Mana. I've never heard of it. But yeah, really great game. I hope we don't have to wait too long for, dude, I miss Jesse. I hope we don't have to wait too long. I forgot that Cloud was young with a ponytail at one point in this game. Oh my goodness. Hope we don't have to wait too long for part 2. I imagine we've got, like, at minimum a 2-year wait. Probably, like, 2 to 4 years. I hope no longer than 4 years. That'd just be ridiculous. The next part is definitely going to be on the PS5. Oh, man. They're really going to run through, like, the majority of the scenes from the entire game, huh? This is going to take a while. This is, like, a lot of credits. Chat, is there, if I had finished mastering the AP or whatever of the, of all the magic stuff to finish that last thing with Chad, or Chad Lee, words, would there have been another summon fight that I could have done? Smash! Thank you for the cheers, Elijah, much appreciated. These credits are way too long for my liking. Yeah, this is like, I have this same complaint with the credits in every video game. Your credits need to be, like, less than 5 minutes. I will sit through all of your credits if they are, like, less than 5 minutes. If you start to push on 5 minutes, then I'm like, dude, I value my time too much for this. Like, because literally, there's no one in the universe who reads these. Unless they're trying to spot a voice actor of a character they recognize. No one is reading, like, Meng Yoonjing, Yusuke Hayashi, and Sandra Spoor were animators. Like, no one's doing that. It's just like a waste of time. There is one last summon. Might have to peep that. Because I did get close. But you just read their names? Yeah, that was part of the joke. Which went over your head. Oh, hey, there's Elmira. Oh, there's the druggie! I remember that guy. I may, if I do, it'll probably only be on YouTube if it's just, like, I'll finish that, like, getting the mastery off screen and then, like, do the one boss fight just for YouTube. If there's one other summon boss fight, that sounds interesting. What chapter is this that they're currently, is this, like, chapter 9 that we're currently seeing stuff from? How many more chapters do I have to sit through credits of? Oh, the Coliseum was great. Coliseum is very good. It is chapter 9? Dude, I'm amazing. We're only halfway through these credits? This is too much, Square. This is too much. They actually got a red carpet for Aerith. That's insane. Can you believe that there are people that complain about the size of Tifa's breasts in this game? Like, do you see how big they are? How on earth could you have a complaint like that? All of a sudden you want the game to be shorter? I don't want the game to be shorter. I want the credits to be shorter. I'm not playing a game right now. This is not a game. I'm watching the credits of a game. It's two distinct different things. Cutscenes and, like, actual gameplay, that's what makes the game. Credits do not. Did I say the reverse of what I meant to say? Did I say, like, people were complaining that Tifa's breasts were too big? I meant to say that people were complaining Tifa's breasts were too small. Those were the complaints people had, which is ridiculous because they're massive. No, Hadoken, you don't understand what I said. I did not say that people in the credits don't deserve to be recognized. I said that the credits should not take this long. They should be scrolling faster. They're scrolling way too slowly. Because no one's going through, no one looks at credits in movies or video games and tries to, like, reads every name. It just doesn't happen. And anyone who says, I do, you're lying. You're lying. Straight up. Just stop lying to try and be like, well, actually, because you're lying. Like, give everyone their credit that they're doing whatnot, but, like, go faster. Also, yeah, do you see how much room on the screen is not being used? If they could, like, put 2 columns instead, like, put a column of names on the right, column of names on the left, and then put the images down the middle, they could literally half the time that I'm sitting through these credits. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, like, oh, don't put credits at all. They don't deserve to have their names at the end of the game. Nah, dude. Put everyone that deserves to be in the credits in the credits. They worked hard. But, like, you know, this is just too long. Yo, fighting that experiment thing with Tifa and Barret, that was a really good boss fight. Very much enjoyed that. That was really good. I do like when games give you, like, a rollback of stuff so that as you finish the game, you can look back at all the cutscenes and be like, oh, dude, I remember that. I remember all those things and stuff and whatnot. It brings back good memories. Yeah, it's another good point. Even if you read names, unless it's like a famous voice actor or voice actress or like someone like Nomura himself, if it's not someone you already recognize, you forget their names almost immediately after. Like, does anyone remember the 3 names that I read aloud like 5 minutes ago? Because I sure as heck don't. I think one of them started with a Y, and that's like all I remember. Kyrie was kind of just there. She was, like, there for side quests and stuff. She's from, like, a novel or something, isn't she? So, I mean, if they were going to throw in a random character to be like, hey, we have a side quest or 2 for them, I think it's pretty neat that they grabbed someone from, like, a novel that had to do with the game to do that. Oh, dude, there's the mayor. That means we have to... And Hojo. That means we have to be close. What is this, like, chapter 15? Chapter 16? I think 16 is when we ran into... Is when we, like, went into Hojo's lab, right? I think it was. I don't remember. Oh, there he is getting carried away by the Ghost Boys. Should have called the Busters. The Ghostbusters. I always sit through credits normally, unless, like, right now, it's kind of pushing it. Normally, I would have been like, you've taken too long, and I would have skipped the credits by now. But typically, I try and sit through credits after I finish a game, just to... I think it's just nice, like, a nice little bit of respect to the people that made the game. But also, like, the thing is I want to respect the people who made the game. But I feel like the people who made the game should respect me in return. And by respect me, I mean they should respect my time and not make me take 15 minutes to sit through their credits. You see what I'm saying? There's gotta... Like, I want an amount of, like, fair respect back and forth. I don't think I'm being impatient. How am I being impatient because I don't want to sit here for 20 minutes watching names scroll by the screen? That's not impatient. That's just like, hey, I got better things to do. Oh, this music is so good, though. Oh, dude, it's the car. That's like chapter 17. We're at the end. Finally. Yo, that last bike scene was phenomenal. All right, well, we're coming up on chapter 18, so this should be the end. I hope this was able to make it to YouTube. I don't know why Square Enix is being a bunch of nerds. They let me upload all of Kingdom Hearts 3 without any issue, and the Remind DLC. I know that Square Enix used to, a few years ago when I did KH2 on the channel, way back when, they were very, like, you cannot upload the Xemnas fight. They were very, like, no Xemnas fight, no final scene with Riku and Sora at the Dark Tides or whatever. If you put that on there, we will take down your video. And it was very annoying. Credits are too short, please extend it, Square. How dare you. Yo, that final scene, by the way, I didn't mention it in the moment because it was back-to-back cutscenes. The thing that just went off the screen right now, that final cutscene of Cloud and Sephiroth fighting, like, in space on the meteor, is one of the most beautiful and amazing things I've seen in any video game of my life. It was actually, like, phenomenal. I was losing it. You have no idea how hard it was for me to stay quiet during that scene. I was frigging losing it during that. It's like one of the very few times where I wish I had face cam, because man, I lost it. Has someone been keeping track of how long we've been looking at these credits? Because I feel like I've been here for 20 minutes. Is this literally a YouTube video of credits? Oh, dude, we're like right over 3 hours. I stopped caring to keep count. Dude, I'm with you. Retweet. I relate. I feel that. Credits started at about 2 hours and 45 minutes, and now we're just over 3 hours. So it's at least 15 minutes of credits. That's too much. Like, it should be 5 or less, IMO. At the absolute most, like 10 minutes. But 15 minutes? 15 minutes of credits? That's pushing it. That's really pushing it. Hey, Destiny's Crossroads. Oh, I thought we'd get a cutscene at the end or something. Chapter selection has now been unlocked. Open the main menu and access system chapter selection to replay any chapter from the beginning using your current character's weapons and materia. It's a great way to tackle uncompleted quests, find story elements you missed the first time through, and more thoroughly explore Midgar. Hard difficulty is now unlocked? No, thank you. This difficulty items cannot be used and only HP is restored at rest spots. However, certain manuscripts are only available in this difficulty setting. Hate that. Regular view adventure can be viewed from system play log in the main menu. The log contains information from battle records to story branches, whatever. Bonus experience and AP, you'll now earn twice as much and 3 times AP. New combat simulators become accessible from Hojo's lab to test it out. It's like chapter 17. The bike minigame can now be skipped from the pause menu. Why would you want to skip the bike minigame? Whoever skips the bike minigame is like, you don't understand fun. Sorry. So I guess to try and, like, max this out, you would go to chapter 17, then, is what I'm, guessing. Just imagine if YouTube video length limit was still 10 minutes. Oh my goodness, what was that, like, back in 2007? You'd have 2 videos of credits. That would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm not going to make any promises, but I might max out all the magic material off screen, and after doing so, fight whatever the last summon is. But if I do that, it will only be on YouTube, because it would only be, like, 1 video. Because I wouldn't, like, record myself maxing AP, I would only record myself fighting the summon, and it would probably be, like, a 10-minute or less video. But hey, we've done it. Yeah, it's not going to be as tedious now, because we can do 3 times the AP. Cannot leave the main menu at this time. Oh, so literally it puts you here, and it's like, hey, if you want to do anything, you have to choose a chapter to play. That's kind of neat, actually. But, yeah. I think that's it. I think we're done. For those of you watching on YouTube, I hope I was able to put everything on YouTube. If I wasn't able to, I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and talk that out right here, because I'm sure that I could put up this little bit at the end, so I don't have to record a video later. If it was not able to be uploaded, I apologize greatly. That is 100% Square Enix's fault. They have decided to copyright claim it and will not let me or other people upload it. If you find it somewhere else on YouTube and you're like, oh, but this person did it, that person managed to get around it for a short time, and I promise you they're going to like get a copyright strike, and it's going to be very severe for them if they did some kind of a lie or something to try and get around putting it on YouTube, if they somehow manage that. So I'm not going to do that because I love my YouTube channel and I love doing YouTube and I love my community, and I don't want to risk getting a copyright strike to that degree. So if I upload the video and Square Enix says do not do that, then I will not upload it because it's not worth risking my channel over. But hopefully I was able to put it up. Hopefully you guys got to watch it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. By the time this video goes up, the VOD should still be on Twitch. I don't know if it'll get taken off of Twitch. I've only heard about it being taken off of YouTube, not Twitch. So maybe you could catch it on Twitch. If you go there, my Twitch VODs stay on Twitch for, I think, up to like 3 or 4 months. I don't know how long, but you should go there and try and watch it if it didn't manage to get onto YouTube. Or hopefully it did, and this entire conversation I just had was completely meaningless. I hope that's the case. Like I said, I might go get that last summon battle and do that, and if I do, it will be one video after this. I'll put it on YouTube only, but I also might not, so I'm not making any promises. It might happen, it might not happen, we'll see. But either way, we're done. The playthrough is over. So yeah, it has been fantastic. Like I said, I had a gripe here and there, but overall, the game is phenomenal. One of my favorite games I've ever played. Definitely top 10, most likely top 5. I don't want to make a hard stance of saying, like, oh, it's my 4th favorite game until I've been able to sit on it for a little while, maybe come back and play it again in a couple of months on my own time where I'm not having to commentate over it. So I don't want to, like, say, like, absolutely it's, like, my 4th favorite right now, but that's kind of where I'm leaning. So, you know, we'll see how that pans out a couple of months from now when I've been able to sit on the game for a while. But, yeah, it is just absolutely fantastic. Great game. Would recommend. But, I think that's it. For those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I hope you stick around for other playthroughs in the future, whether they be Final Fantasy related or other such games, Square Enix or otherwise. And, yeah, just, you can see my time at the bottom left there, just over 35 hours. That's a pretty solid length for a game, I'd say. I'm very pleased with that. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the likes and all the comments. I don't remember their names, but there have been 2 or 3 people who have, like, consistently commented throughout the majority of the FF7 videos. You guys know who you are. Thank you so much for all the continued support and the likes and everything. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, even at the times where I got a little upset. But, you know, that's just how video games go sometimes. Sometimes you get a little upset. But, yeah. It's been great fun. I look forward to seeing you in other playthroughs, hopefully. And until that time, farewell.